I am. I did the same thing at home. Right. Hello everyone and welcome to the Minnesota Midseason Showdown for January 14th. My name is Richard, also known as Sharp Dress Gaming, and I'm here guest commentating the final match of this tournament. We have William versus Michael. You will be able to see them on screen here very shortly. I do have the lists in front of me here. Michael is piloting a team featuring Tapu Koko, Charizard, Smeargle, Raichu, Azumarill, and Landorus Therian, while William is using a Charizard, Landorus Therian, Tapu Koko, Aegislash, Kommo-o, and Snorlax. So the players are choosing their teams now, and we'll be getting this battle underway soon. We have three Pokemon that are similar on both teams, being Tapu Koko, Charizard, and Landorus Therian, but we'll see what the differences are between these two teams, what the players have chosen to do with their Pokemon. So we will be viewing this battle from Michael's side. William will be sending his Pokemon out first. We'll see what he led with. He chose to lead with Tapu Koko and Kommo-o. Kommo-o to get that powerful Z move this generation that boosts all of its stats while hitting both of the opponent's Pokemon with a Dragon-type move. Michael's going to lead off with Azumarill and Smeargle. We do see Tapu Koko's terrain go up first, that being the only ability that does activate before the moves are made. And we'll see what Pokemon are going to be going for what here. We probably assume some kind of fake out from the Smeargle while the Azumarill tries to set up. Considering that Azumarill is immune to Kommo-o's Z move, so possibly stopping that Tapu Koko from attacking here. So Azumarill can get that attack off and hopefully start to pick away at William's Pokemon that threaten it. We do see the fake out from the Smeargle, and it is going to be into Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko will flinch while Kommo-o just goes for a poison jab, not bothering setting up the Z move here. He just wants to get rid of that Azumarill as soon as possible. Brings the Azumarill down to 50% and gets the poison. We do see the Citrus Berry coming out from Azumarill, healing that health back up by 25%, and Azumarill goes for Belly Drum. So unfortunately losing that recovery that it would get from the Citrus Berry because of Kommo-o hitting it, but now it does have maxed out attack, unfortunately being poisoned, so Azumarill will probably get one move off here. Smeargle does have the Moody ability. It's going to be boosting its speed by 2 stats and dropping the special attack by 1, so a pretty optimal Moody boost from that Smeargle. Looking at the Azumarill, we can probably expect to see an Aqua Jet, considering it is still slower than the two Pokemon on William's side of the field. Or Smeargle could possibly go in for Follow Me. See if William's able to read this kind of attack coming off. We are going to see the Follow Me from the Smeargle, so we'll be protecting the Azumarill for anything that's not a spread move. The Aqua Jet does come out from Azumarill. Targeting the Kommo-o, who does resist it, but being at max attack, it does almost 50%. Tapu Koko is going to set up the screen there. It is the light screen. And we see Kommo-o getting off its Z move, opting for those boosts so it can be outspeeding Pokemon, also increasing its attack stats and its defensive stats. While it is a spread move, Azumarill is immune to it being a fairy type, so it's only going to be hitting Smeargle. Fortunately for William, he does have that electric terrain set up so that Smeargle cannot be putting Pokemon to sleep with its Spore attack. We're going to see the Z move movie that we have going on here with Kommo-o, one of the longer Z move animations in the game. Enough to bring Smeargle down to 9 HP, so Smeargle does look like it has the Focus Sash, but not being able to proc it off here, so saving that information for a future game. The Poison, unfortunately, KOing the Azumarill there, so not getting a bunch of damage off like it could have, but getting Kommo-o down fairly low, so hopefully another Pokemon can deal with it. We see the defense drop in Smeargle. I didn't see the first one, whatever its increase was, but we do see a Tapu Koko come out from Michael's side as well. Komodo does have that speed increase, so it should be faster than the Tapu Koko, depending on how it's been trained. And it does have Poison Jab, so Tapu Koko is not safe here, but we do see the Poison Jab. Alright, the Follow Me with Smeargles. We just see Protect actually come out from Komodo, not willing to risk it. We see Follow Me from the Smeargle. And Tapu Koko goes for Dazzling Gleam, so Michael's Tapu Koko outspeeding Williams this turn. Could be a speed tie, but as of right now, we do not know that for sure. We see Sky Drop come out from Williams Tapu Koko, bringing Smeargle up in the air. So the following turn, it will not be able to use that Follow Me. We're seeing what Michael's going to choose to do now that Smeargle is in the air. Unable to use Follow Me this turn, but could possibly take advantage of its other moves. We do see the Protect come out from Tapu Koko, protecting itself since Smeargle's not here to protect it, and Poison Jab from the Komodo this turn. It's trying to catch it while Smeargle's in the air. We see the Sky Drop from the Tapu Koko, and being at 9 HP, Smeargle is going to feign from that. So now this Tapu Koko is unprotected, depending on what the final Pokemon is from Michael. We do see Raichu, and this is the Cantonian Raichu, being available in this metagame because of the new Warpole mechanic in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, bringing back some of those Kanto favorite Pokemon like Raichu. Doesn't get the same boost as the Alolan Raichu in this terrain, but it does get the Electric type boost. But we're going to see Feint from the Raichu, just in case that Komodo tried to protect itself this turn. But Komodo, having that +1 speed, it has no need to protect, and it's just going to go for Poison Jab into Tapu Koko, which is going to be able to KO. We're going to see Sky Drop from Tapu Koko once again, and it's going to be picking up Raichu. So now Raichu doesn't have access to its priority moves this turn. The Komodo, being at +1, should be able to outspeed the Raichu, so Raichu might be able to get an attack off unless Komodo protects here. Because Komodo should be moving first with its speed. We do see the Protect from Komodo just saving itself while Tapu Koko drops Raichu off. See the Sky Drop from the Tapu Koko, dropping Raichu to the ground. And Raichu is actually going to use its Z move here, so you're going to see the Galacterium Z come out from Raichu for Gigavolt Havoc. Be interesting to see which Pokemon this targeted down, because both Pokemon do resist this, and Komodo does have that +1 special defense, like I keep mentioning. And the light screen R is still up. So that is another factor. It is going to be into the Komodo's Protect, so it should do next to nothing, which it does, reducing the damage to 25%. And now it's just Raichu versus 4 Pokemon from Williams' side, so the match should have been decided here. Drain Punch from the Komodo should be able to finish off the Raichu, bringing this to game 2. Being able to win a KO. And game 1 will go to William. So it's going to be interesting to see what Michael will decide to change up in game 2. See if he can find a way to get around that Komodo a little bit easier, and we'll see if William makes any changes at all, seeing some of the movesets that Michael has on his team now. So we'll be moving on to game 2 here at the Minnesota Midseason Showdown in Coon Rapids, Minnesota on January 14th. I want to thank Bullados for allowing me to guest commentate on here. And we're going to be going into game 2. Again, we see the teams of Tapu Koko, Raichu, Charizard, Azumarill, Smeargle, and Landorus Therian for Michael. And William has Charizard, Aegislash, Landorus Therian, Komodo, Tapu Koko, and Snorlax. William, quick to choose his team here, might possibly be going with that same team, considering how quickly he went, or he just already had a plan in play, and Michael is quick to follow. So let's see what these 2 players have chosen to lead off with here. William will be sending, or sorry, Michael will be sending out first for Raichu Tapu Koko, getting that electric terrain boost. And Tapu Koko Komodo from Williams to go insane lead. Michael once again does have that fake out support to try and stop Tapu Koko, or not Tapu Koko, sorry, Komodo from getting off its Z move. But we have seen Sky Drop from Tapu Koko, so that could be picking up the Raichu, making sure that it won't be following up, or to be picking up the Tapu Koko to stop it from Dazzling Gleaming the following turn if Komodo wants to protect here. We're going to see the Komodo actually just decide to withdraw in favor for Landorus Therian, who is immune to those electric type attacks. Intimidate being useless from what we've seen from this Tapu Koko and Raichu, both being very specially offensive. We see Fake Out into the Tapu Koko instead with a critical hit, Dazzling Gleam from Michael's Tapu Koko. Being faster than the Komodo this turn, it would have been able to KO there, but because of the withdraw, William was able to save his Komodo for later. We'll see if the Landorus is able to make a name for itself coming into the battle and taking a little bit of damage from the Dazzling Gleam. Not enough for a 2-hit KO, but with support from the Raichu, it is possible to take care of the Landorus this turn, which will probably be Michael's main concern, considering Landorus is super effective to both of these Pokemon here. We're going to see Tapu Koko withdraw from William in favor for Komodo, so Komodo trying to return to the field here. Pretty dangerous position considering the Tapu Koko did go for Dazzling Gleam last turn, but this turn it's going to protect, trying to scout out what that Landorus is going to do. We're going to see Feint from Raichu, just get some chip damage off on that Landorus Therian. And we're going to see Sludge Bomb from the Landorus into the Tapu Koko, so it looks like a special variant to the Landorus here, as opposed to the physical one. Landorus has started to make that transition into special lately, especially with other Landorus using Intimidate on it. This way it doesn't have to worry about getting an offensive drop, and Landorus does have a very strong special attacking move pool, such as Sludge Bomb. Considering Michael had used 2 priority moves of last turn, we still don't necessarily know what the Landorus' speed stat is going to be, or what item it is holding. So we'll see if we're able to determine that this turn. Komodo will protect, trying to save itself once again from the Dazzling Gleam, but we have seen feints from the Raichu. We do see Raichu go for that feint and get rid of the Protect on the Komodo, opening itself for a Dazzling Gleam from Tapu Koko. We do see Landorus move first, though, with the Sludge Bomb. Choice Scarf Landorus there, and it is enough to KO the Tapu Koko, so no Dazzling Gleam. So Komodo does survive another day, even with the feint from the Raichu, getting it out from behind his Protect there. Azumarill is going to come in again. Hopefully, probably looking to set up a Belly Drum. We have seen that the Landorus Therian is going for Sludge Bombs though, so Azumarill isn't necessarily safe, and Komodo also has Poison Jab. So 2 super effective moves that Azumarill is going to be pretty scary for the Azumarill. We'll see if Raichu is able to provide any support for the Azumarill, so that it can possibly get off its Belly Drum. We see Aqua Jet from the Azumarill, no going through Belly Drums, just trying to get rid of the Landorus, which it does. There's no Sludge Bomb from the Landorus there. And we see the Z move come out from Komodo, Commodium Z, going for the Clangor Soul Blaze. Oh, I'm wrong. It is the Raichu who is going for the Electrium Z. So Gigavolt Havoc going into Komodo. See how much damage this does to an unboosted Komodo. It is still resisted, but it is still a Z move, so it does over 50%. And Komodo will now fire off its Z move. Clangor Soul Blaze. Again, not affecting Azumarill, but because it does still hit Raichu, it does go off. If Michael were to have 2 Pokemon in the field that were immune to that Clangor Soul Blaze, it would be able to counteract the effects. It has happened a few times this tournament, where Kamo would go for its Clangor Soul Blaze, and there'd be 2 Pokemon on the other side of the field that'd be immune, and the attack would not go off, and also it would not get its boost. So that's something to take into mind there for future tournament goers. If you're going for Clangor Soul Blaze, make sure you can hit it, because otherwise you are wasting your Z move. But fortunately, William getting his Z move off there, so that his Kamo does get the boost, making it more of a threat against these 2 Pokemon. Let's see what William wants to send out to partner his Kamo here. And we see the Tapu Koko returning to the field. We have seen the Sky Drop from Tapu Koko. But Azumarill probably will just be able to pick it off with an Aqua Jet if that's what it decides to go for. Kamo should be able to live an Aqua Jet, so shouldn't have to worry about that. Kamo is actually in a fairly decent position here, outside of it can only take out one of Michael's Pokemon. So we've seen Poison Jab, we've seen Clanging Scales, and Protect from this Kamo. The only spread move it does have is Clanging Scales, which doesn't hit the Azumarill, so it has to go for a single target move, or the Clanging Scales. And then Tapu Koko has to support as best it can. So it'll be very interesting. Move time going down to 2 for Michael there, coming in really close. Azumarill is going to go for Protect though, instead of deciding to take out a Tapu Koko. Kamo just goes for Drain Punch though into Raichu, trying to get back as little HP as it can to preserve itself. Almost back up to 50%, just under there. And Tapu Koko is just going to go for a Thunderbolt into the Azumarill. Neglector Terrain does disappear from the battlefield, so Tapu Koko will have a reduced Thunderbolt damage there. And we'll see the final Pokemon from Michael, and it is the Smeargle, providing more Fake Out support. Follow Me, Spore, and Wide Guard, which shouldn't matter as much here, unless there's possibly Dazzling Gleam or Discharge from the Tapu Koko. So far we've only seen Sky Drop, Thunderbolt, and Light Screen. Like I previously mentioned, the Kamo can only hit one of the 2 Pokemon with its red move, so Wide Guard not being much of use here, but Smeargle has plenty of tools to help Azumarill out here. Again, getting down a timer there, under 10 seconds for this move. Azumarill is going to go for Protect again. Gets the double Protect off, and Kamo goes for the Poison Jab into the Azumarill. Tapu Koko will go for Thunderbolt also into Azumarill, leaving Smeargle open to use a Spore onto Kamo, putting the bigger threat to sleep. Tapu Koko, having reduced damage without its terrain, is less of a threat than Kamo at +1 with Poison Jab, so putting that to sleep now that the terrain has gone is going to help Michael out a lot and hopefully be able to swing him back into the game here. Possibly see a Follow Me from the Smeargle here, directing Tapu Koko's attacks away, and possibly just a Play Rough into Kamo would put Michael in a really good position here. William still having a way to get out of this turn, not losing this Kamo. He could switch it out into the Pokemon he has in the back that could possibly take a Play Rough from the Azumarill. Tapu Koko could be going for Sky Drops. Smeargle is just going to go for Follow Me, though. Aqua Jet from the Azumarill actually taking out the Tapu Koko, actually not taking him out. Tapu Koko able to live that, being fairly bulky, and Azumarill not having its belly drum up yet. But we're going to see Sky Drop into the Azumarill. Is that Safety Goggle? No, it can't be Safety Goggle, Tapu Koko. Yes, I am not sure on the mechanics of the Follow Me and Sky Drop there. I don't know how he was able to get around that. But he did. So Azumarill now being in the air. Kamo is going to stay asleep for another turn here. Tapu Koko will go for the Sky Drop on the Azumarill, dropping it off back into the battle. Smeargle taking this turn a Spore, since it would be able to follow Tapu Koko away from an attack because it was already in an attack. And Azumarill goes for the belly drum. It wants to get that free setup while it can. So now Azumarill looking a lot more threatening than it was previously. the Azumarill itself is already pretty threatening with the huge power ability. Smeargle's Moody Boost this time will be an attack increase with an accuracy drop, which is not great for Smeargle. Smeargle not known as an attacking Pokemon, usually just supports, and considering accuracy is part of that support, it's not very helpful for Smeargle, but at this point Smeargle should just have to go for Follow Me while Azumarill cleans up the rest of the game, considering it is +6 now. Smeargle does go for that Follow Me. Aqua Jet from the Azumarill, prioritizing... Oh, it actually goes after Komodo here, hopefully catching it before it wakes up, but it does take another turn of sleep, as does Tapu Koko taking its first turn. Smeargle's Moody Boost is going to be an accuracy rise, so it's back up to +1, and evasiveness falls this time, which is not another great thing for Smeargle, but from what we've seen from Williams' team, there isn't a lot of moves that aren't 100% accurate, so evasiveness drop probably doesn't matter as much. Let's see what Azumarill wants to target down this time. Had some very interesting targets these last couple turns. But Michael obviously has a game plan here. Komodo does wake up and gets the Protect off this turn. Michael probably expecting that for past couple turns, so that's why he hasn't been attacking the Komodo. But we do see the Protect from the Azumarill. Tapu Koko is going to take another turn of sleep. And Smeargle went for Spore, expecting the Komodo to wake up this turn, but not expecting that Protect. Moody Boost is going to increase the special defense this time and drop the defense. So you take one while you lose another. Your time's getting down pretty low for Michael, almost hitting that 30-second mark, while William does have that 1 minute 43 seconds, so this game could come down to timer if Michael's not able to pick up a couple of KOs here. Komodo tries to go for the double Protect, but doesn't get it. Follow Me from the Smeargle, drawing attacks away from Azumarill once again. Aqua Jet from the Azumarill into the Komodo, finally getting rid of that +1 in all the stats. And Tapu Koko takes another turn of sleep. Without Tapu Koko's Electric Terrain, it is taking, I believe this is max turns of sleep. I believe this was the third turn, counting the guaranteed first turn of sleep. Charizard is going to come out from the game. So while Charizard does not enjoy taking Aqua Jets from Azumarill, it does set up the Sun, which reduces that damage. The Azumarill again is at +6, so it'll be interesting to see how much Aqua Jet is able to do to a Charizard. This is Mega Charizard Y. And we do see the Mega Evolution. First Mega Evolution of the set. The Drought will be set up, increasing the Sunlight, turning it harsh, so all Water-type moves will be reduced, while Fire-type moves are increased. Charizard does just Protect though. Smeargle goes Follow Me. And Aqua Jet Azumarill goes into the Protect on the Charizard, leaving Tapu Koko the ability to wake up and go for Reflect, increasing Charizard's defenses. So it's looking less and less like this Azumarill will be able to take out the Charizard now, with William doing a marvelous job of protecting his Pokemon with the use of Tapu Koko and the weather. Smeargle going for Follow Me's, but not really catching any hits off of them. William preferring to get himself into a better position rather than just throw attacks into Smeargle. Down to 9 seconds on the year time for Michael. It's going to be close. At this point, Michael's probably just trying to get his attacks off as quick as possible. Well, William able to take a little more time, but he also doesn't have a ton of time left. We're going to see Aqua Jet from the Azumarill into the Tapu Koko, finally taking Tapu Koko out, leaving just Charizard to be spored by Smeargle. This will give Azumarill at least 2 turns to Aqua Jet this Charizard. Well, possibly only 1 if Charizard opts to go for the Protect on the second turn. Defense is going to raise on the Smeargle while the speed falls this time. But at this point, you'd probably assume Smeargle's just going to go for Follow Me to draw attacks away from Azumarill. Well, it lets Azumarill do its thing. Ooh, down to 3 seconds on your time. Charizard stays asleep for this turn. Smeargle goes for Fake Out, which will not work because it's not the first turn, but Michael probably just not trying to waste Follow Me's. And the Aqua Jet is able to do over 50% to this Charizard. So the next turn, Michael should be able to win as long as Aqua Jet connects, as long as Charizard does not wake up and protect, because the year time is up, so he does have to win with this turn. Charizard does take its another turn of sleep, which is going to make Aqua Jet take out this Charizard for the Game 2 win to Michael, bringing it to Game 3. It was a very close end game there, winning before the year time is up, or the turn it was up. It's a very close win for Michael there, bringing it down to the line and making this a very exciting final battle for this Midseason Showdown here in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. So we have seen the majority of both teams. I believe only the Landorus has not shown up for Michael's team, and on William's team, we have not seen the Snorlax yet, or the Aegislash. So possibility of those Pokemon coming out for the final match, showing off some tech that has not been seen recently by either opponent. But again, one last time, Michael's team is Tapu Koko, Cantonian Raichu, Mega Charizard Y, Azumarill, Smeargle, and Landorus, while William has a Mega Charizard Y, Aegislash, Landorus, Kumo-O, Tapu Koko, and Snorlax. The players are choosing their final teams for this tournament, and this match will decide the winner of the Midseason Showdown. I want to thank you guys all for joining us for this last couple of battles. Again, I have been Richard, aka Sharp Dressed Gaming, and I have been very honored to be able to commentate for you guys today. We have William already have chosen his team, while Michael still choosing the team of 4. And Michael has chosen his team, so we will be seeing the leads from these two players. Michael sends out Tapu Koko and Smeargle this time. Different lead than what we've seen previously. Both Pokemon have led before, but not in combination with each other. We see Kumo-O Tapu Koko lead from William, which is the lead we have seen. Electric Train is going to be set up. Michael's team does have the Fake Out support this turn, so he can choose which Pokemon won't be able to attack this turn. But we have seen Protect on both of William's Pokemon, so we could just take the turn to do that. Actually, sorry, the Tapu Koko does not have Protect, so only the Kumo would be able to Protect here. Possibly see William's Tapu Koko actually is going to withdraw for Landorus, bringing that Intimidate, which won't be of much use against the Tapu Koko and the Smeargle. Seeing as Smeargle has no attacking moves, and Tapu Koko has been shown itself to be a special variant, and Kumo does opt for the Protect here, not wanting to take a Fake Out Dazzling Gleam combination. We do see Fake Out from the Smeargle into the Kumo slot, and Tapu Koko does go for that Dazzling Gleam. Landorus unfortunately will be taking that damage coming in, which does a little less than 50% as we've seen before. Smeargle's Moody Boost this time is going to be defense increase, and the speed drop, which Smeargle, again, does not want to see that. We have seen that the Landorus is Choice Scarfed, but because Smeargle is on the field, it can draw attacks away from that Tapu Koko, as we have seen previously, Sludge Bomb does KO Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko could still get a Dazzling Gleam attack off this turn to stop Kumo from setting up. Kumo is just going to withdraw, though, not wanting, again, to take that Dazzling Gleam. 4 times super effective moves aren't its favorite thing to take, while Tapu Koko will come in. Wide Guard from Smeargle, stopping it from being Earthquaked. But we have seen that this is a special Landorus there, and so it's going to go for Earth Power into the Tapu Koko, which is going to be a one-hit KO. Moody Boost on the Smeargle. We're going to see the attack increase this time, and the evasiveness fall. Azumarill is going to come back out from Michael here. Azumarill being the way that Michael won last game. Let's see if he can pull that off again. It is up against the Tapu Koko. And what we've already seen as a Choice Scarf special Landorus, so it should be able to take on the Landorus well. It's just the Tapu Koko it has to worry about here, but again, Smeargle is here to protect it. Smeargle still having its Focus Sash intact, would be able to take both an Earth Power and a Thunderbolt, if that's what William decided to go for here, giving Azumarill the chance to set up a Belly Drum. Landorus is just going to withdraw, though, not wanting to be Choice Scarfed into Earth Power at this time, with Komodo coming in. So if an Aqua Jet did go into that slot, Komodo would be able to take it pretty well. Tapu Koko does go for the Sky Drop again, going into Azumarill. So the Moody Boost will increase the speed this time on the Smeargle, and the accuracy will drop this time again. Speed was good for Smeargle, but accuracy drop, not so much. The Electric Terrain is still up, so Smeargle won't be able to use Spore this time. He can follow me, but we just assumed that Komodo was going for its Z-move here. But the Azumarill should be slower than Komodo, so it should be Sky Dropped, and then still be able to get an attack off this turn. Unless the Komodo decides to go for a possible Poison Jab, Smeargle is just going to go for Follow Me in case the Poison Jab does come out from the Komodo. Sky Drop from the Tapu Koko, drop Azumarill back into the battle. While the Komodo does go for its Z-move. Michael probably hoping for the Poison Jab from the Komodo. Unfortunately, the Z-move does come out, which is going to put Komodo back at that devastating +1 in all stats, making it a much more formidable foe than Komodo is normally. Clanger's Soul Blaze. I'm going to watch the Z movie once again. Komodo rises into the air to rain down its Smeargle's onto Smeargle, because again, Smeargle does get to 1 HP and its Focus Sash. The increase to attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed, making Komodo the fastest thing on the field. Azumarill does get the Belly Drum off though. Full breaking down under 50%, but increases attack to max, and then it'll eat its Citrus Berry, regaining 25% of its health. Moody Boost on the Smeargle. It's going to be Evasiveness increase this time, and the Speed Drop, which could be useful for Smeargle, because Smeargle could now go for Follow Me's, and it would avoid being hit by some of these moves now that it does have an Evasiveness increase. Of course, we have seen Tapu Koko is able to get around the Follow Me with a Sky Drop. We do see the Follow Me from the Smeargle, so the Azumarill decides to target Tapu Koko since it's been such a problem. We use the Aqua Jet into the Tapu Koko. There should be a one-hit KO, which it is. No Reflex or Light Screens anymore from that Tapu Koko or Sky Drop support. We do see Poison Jab come off and catch Azumarill, but instead just hitting the Smeargle. Smeargle will now faint. The Evasiveness increase did not save it there, and the electricity does now disappear from the battlefield. There's still Landorus in the back for William. We haven't seen Michael's final Pokemon. And William also has a Charizard, which is going to bring up that drought, decreasing Azumarill's Aqua Jets. And Raichu also comes out for Michael, bringing in that Fake Out support. Also, electric type moves, which Charizard will not be doing. Leaving Azumarill time to attack the Komodo. Again, though, Azumarill is slower than Komodo, and we've seen Komodo has Poison Jab, which should be able to KO Azumarill from here. So we'll see what the moves are going to be shown for these last couple of turns of the Midseason Showdown. We're going to see Mega Charizard Y come out here, setting up the drought. Harsh sunlight shines onto the battlefield. Komodo is going to opt for the Protect here. We'll see if the Raichu is able to make that read. Azumarill actually just protects though. We see Z move from the Raichu. He's going to be going for that Galacturian Z again. Possibly trying to take out the Charizard here. Gigavolt Havoc. targets down the Charizard Y, which should be one hit KO, being super effective. These will usually KO at a super effective Pokemon that's not behind a Protect, and it does KO that Charizard. So Charizard came in long enough to set up the Sun to decrease Azumarill's Aqua Jets. And now Landorus will come out to further intimidate the Azumarill. It's making Azumarill weaker and weaker so that the Komodo can deal with it better. But we have seen Komodo's faster, and it's at full health, which it'd be able to take an Aqua Jet anyway. So we'll see what Michael's gonna do to try and get himself out of this situation. Raichu does have access on the core, but now that it is slower than Komodo, won't be able to put Komodo into a Protect on-core situation. We do see the Aqua Jet from Azumarill taking out the Landorus. The Landorus is fake. So that's Komodo versus Azumarill and Raichu. We're going for the Poison Jab into the Azumarill. Should be able to put Komodo in a very good position against this Raichu. Azumarill will faint. And Raichu goes for the Thunderbolt. Just trying to get damage off of Komodo at this point. It's at full health. Possibly paralysis, but no paralysis. And it's looking like it might be over here. Komodo taking the win. We do see the handshake from the players. Komodo going for Drain Punch. It's trying to get to full HP before the end of the match, so it's looking nice and healthy for it to win. And Raichu faints. So the winner of the Midseason Showdown in Coon Rapids, Minnesota on January 14th will be William. Congratulations to both players. And thank you so much for joining us today. I have been Richard, aka Sharp Dress Gaming, and be sure to join us again next time.